Tennis. Eala cherishes special win at PH Women's Open. Manila. There's nothing quite like winning at home for Filipina tennis ace Eala, after spending most of her career competing overseas. Eala put on a show for the Filipino fans who filled center court at the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center on Monday night, putting on a masterclass against Russia's Elena Kharieva, 6-1, 6-2. The 20-year-old is cherishing the opportunity to finally play an international competition on home soil as the country hosts the inaugural Philippine Women's Open, a WTA 125 tournament. I think it really holds a special place in my heart. It's my first ever professional match at home, and I was able to spend it around family and around supporters and surrounded by love. So it's really special, Eala said during the post-match press conference. Eala's parents Mike and Riza, as well as other family members, were in attendance to witness her get the victory at home. The Filipina tennis ace underscored the importance of staying connected with her family despite her success and busy schedule as a professional player. Siempre sobrang halaga. That's what keeps me grounded and makes me feel at home. That's really what at home means for me, to be with family, and to spend the time with the people who love me and I know will be there for me through thick and thin, Eala shared. In the on-court interview after her win, the 20-year-old was all smiles, expressing gratitude as she took in the cheers from the packed center court. The WTA number 49 player said it was a full-circle moment for her to see how far tennis has come in the Philippines and her personal development since starting out as a young girl. Eala will return to action in the round of 16 on Wednesday, with her opponent depending on the results of Tuesday's matches. Home court, heart full, Eala, and a win that meant more. The ball bounced once, twice, and then the world seemed to hold its breath. On a court framed not just by lines of chalk but by memory, expectation, and homegrown hope, Eala tightened her grip on the racket. The crowd at the PH Women's Open was loud, but not chaotic. It was the sound of recognition, of people who knew exactly who she was and what this moment meant. This wasn't just another match. This was home. For years, tennis had carried Eala across oceans, into training academies far from the humid air of Manila, into stadiums where the cheers came in unfamiliar accents, into locker rooms where she was known first as a promising junior, then as a rising professional. She had learned early that the life of a tennis player is a life of motion. Airports, hotels, hard courts that look the same no matter the country. But the PH Women's Open was different. Every step she took on court echoed with something deeper than routine. This time, the stands held family, childhood coaches, young Filipino players watching with wide eyes. This time, the applause felt personal. When Eala later described the victory as special, the word felt almost too small. Because special doesn't fully explain what it means to win in front of the people who taught you to dream. The long road back home. Eala's story is already etched into Philippine sports history. A junior Grand Slam champion. A trailblazer in a country where basketball courts outnumber tennis courts by the thousands. A young woman who dared to believe that a Filipino could belong on the global tennis stage. But belief, as tennis teaches, is never enough on its own. The sport is unforgiving. It exposes hesitation. It punishes lapses in focus. It demands solitude and resilience in equal measure. For every highlight reel winner, there are hours of silent grinding, serves hit into empty courts, matches lost that never make headlines, moments of doubt that echo louder than applause. Coming into the PH Women's Open, Eala wasn't just carrying a racket. She was carrying expectation. Not the heavy, suffocating kind, but the hopeful kind. The kind that says, this is yours if you want it. And she did. A match written in emotion. From the first game, the match unfolded like a conversation between past and present. Eala's footwork was sharp, her ground strokes purposeful. But beyond the technical brilliance was something harder to quantify: freedom. She played like someone who remembered why she fell in love with tennis in the first place. Every forehand winner drew roars that rolled across the court. Every error was met not with groans, but encouragement. This was not a crowd waiting to be impressed, it was a crowd already invested. In tennis, momentum can be cruel. One loose service game can unravel everything. Yet when pressure moments arrived, as they always do, Eala didn't rush them. She breathed. She reset. She trusted the work she had done far away from this court, in places where no one spoke her language but the game itself. And when the final point was won, the reaction wasn't explosive joy, it was something softer, richer. Relief. Gratitude. Belonging. More than a trophy. Winning a tournament adds points to a ranking. It strengthens a resume. It looks good on paper. But this win did something else. It reminded Filipino tennis fans that representation matters. That seeing one of their own succeed on home soil isn't just inspiring, it's affirming. It tells young players practicing under the sun, sharing courts, borrowing equipment, that the path forward is real. For Alex Eala, the victory was a quiet conversation with her younger self. The girl who first picked up a racket. The teenager who left home to chase something uncertain. The athlete who learned to lose gracefully and win with humility. This wasn't about proving she belonged. She already knew that. This was about honoring where she came from. The meaning of special. After the match, when Eala spoke about the win, her words were measured. Grateful. Grounded. But behind them lived 1,000 untold emotions. Special meant hearing her name called in a familiar accent. It meant seeing flags she recognized. It meant winning not for validation, but for connection. In a sport defined by individual effort, the PH Women's Open reminded her that no journey is ever truly solo. The court may have been hers alone, but the moment belonged to many. Beyond the baseline, Alex Eala's journey is far from finished. Tennis will continue to test her with losses, injuries, and reinvention. There will be harder matches, tougher draws, and quieter crowds. But there will always be this. A win at home. A reminder of why she started. A chapter written not just in scores, but in feeling. And somewhere in the stands, a young Filipino player watched, heart racing, believing a little harder than before. That might be the most special win of all.